A very good afternoon to you from the sports desk. So the Rugby World Cup is due to kick off this evening, and there is excitement among local fans who will see the Springboks attempt to defend their crown. There could be lots of rugby-related activity at spots like the Pirate Sports Club in the next few weeks. eNCA Sports Editor Vata Ngobeni is at the club and joins us live right now. Davi, thank you so much for your time. The opening day of the tournament is finally here. Are the people looking forward to the spectacle?
Afternoon, Zako. Without a doubt, I think the excitement is building up here. We might not be in Paris, but we're in one of the iconic rugby clubs in Johannesburg. Produced a number of Springboks, the likes of Warren Whiteley. The World Cup 1995 winning Springbok winning, the late James Small actually coached at this club, including former Springbok centre and former Springbok assistant coach at the 2011 World Cup, Dick Muir. Let me not waste any time, because one of Dick Muir's players and captains who won the Grand Challenge in 2001 is here with me. Glenn, first of all, I mean, when you talk rugby and you speak about guys like Dick Muir and what they've done for South African rugby, you know, they started right here at Pirates. You know, what does rugby mean, first of all, to this club and to South Africa at large?
Well, obviously, rugby, obviously, as you can see from the kids on the field, we've got over 300 barefoot kids here on a Friday and a Wednesday. But going back to when I started, rugby is everything to this club. It's an iconic club, as you said, in terms of rugby and where it's positioned and the community that it serves. But going back to Dick Muir, he is an unbelievable coach, a fantastic human being and a great character. And he was instrumental in the short time that he was here in helping us to put everything together and go out and win the club champs that we did and the leagues and everything that we did in that 1 year. And that set us on the path to where we are today.
You speak about that because a guy like Dick Muir did well at the Sharks, you know, went on with that Springbok team and they went on, you know, they beat the British and Irish Lions, beat the All Blacks a record number of times. Unfortunately, they stumbled in the quarterfinals of the 2011 Rugby World Cup. What you've done, you've taken over from him in ensuring that the Grand Challenge comes back to this club. What influence did he have on you becoming coach ultimately, from being a captain, and what have you taken out from his success to finally bring the trophy back to this club?
Look, I always say that year that Dick was involved, it was we grew up as men and as rugby players, and we actually learnt not only how to play the game but to understand and embrace the game. And after that tournament, I didn't want to leave rugby and I didn't want to leave Pirates. So I actually was very fortunate to coach the first team from 2002 up to 2008. So, and then still coaching at the moment under 13s tonight when we leave here. So.
And just lastly, Glenn, I mean, the likes of Kawani Bobo have played at this club, Springboks, Kaya Malatana, first black African to become a Springbok. There seems to be a great sense of unity within the diversity. It speaks to what rugby has become in South Africa and what the Springboks have been able to do. And this, again, starts at club level, where we're seeing a lot of integration and how people have just embraced transformation within the game of rugby.
Absolutely, and it's very big and very important here at Pirates. Transformation and embracing transformation is what we try to do. Obviously, geographically where we are, we do as much as we can in terms of bringing players from outside and attracting all kinds of players. But we've got a good diversity in our clubs throughout the structures. And going back to Kaya Malatana was one of the guys who won the club champs with us. And we're still friends on an old boy chat today. So that's what they say, once a pirate, always a pirate.
With the Rugby World Cup starting, I've got to ask you this one. The Springboks, what do you think their chances are going into this World Cup?
I think we're very well placed. You know, they pretty much like Sheldon's team who's going to come on here. They've grown over the years. It's one unit. I think Rassi and Jacques, have done a fantastic job, as well as the players. I think we're going to do well. I think we'll see them in the final.
Okay, thank you very much, Glenn. And let me just turn over here to Sheldon Blanche, who is the winning captain of the Pirates the Grand Challenge. With Pirates, it's taking you guys so long, so long. But I mean, you've had a former Springbok captain coming out of this club and so on. Just sum up what's taken for you guys to get to where you are.
Well, yeah, firstly, I mean, we go back to when I joined the club, and it was a whole new structure for me, new club, new people, and from the first training session I knew that this is family and I'll never play for another club again, and that's what we try to keep going on at the club. New guys are always welcome, we open arms up to everybody, and as I say, going through the season, yes, it's taken us a long time, but it's so worth it now lifting that cup. I mean, it's hard to explain. So, but yeah, having James Small here, he was a great coach, unbelievable. I mean, we looked up to him as youngsters. He was one of our role models, and having him down, it was something special. The man knew the game. He was a genius out on the training field. So yeah, no, it's just great to be able to lift that cup now.
And just lastly, Sheldon, we spoke with Glenn now about transformation and how this club has embraced all sorts of people. It speaks to what has now become the soul of South African rugby and Springbok rugby. Do you feel as if now rugby is finally the game of everyone, a game of the people?
Well, if you ask me, it's always been the game of people. I mean, South Africa is known for rugby. Everybody lives for rugby here. But yeah, as I say, we open to anybody, any colour, any age. Whoever wants to come down and play, come play. I mean, this is where you build friendships. This is where we build families. You can see, look at the kids running around, and my best friends are made from rugby. So this is where I made my best friends, and it's lifetime friendships that we've made. So that's why we say it's the greatest sport ever. You meet all different kinds of people, playing against other people, playing with people, and it's people you'll never forget. One day when we're 80 years old and you see somebody in the shopping mall or whatever, you say, I played against that guy. That's what the sport's about, and that's what it does for us.
I've got to ask you this. Springboks, World Cup, are they bringing it back?
Of course they're going to bring it back, man. There's no doubt about it.
Thank you very much, Sheldon. And there you have it, Ntako. We've got to speak about what happened in 2019 and how rugby, the Springboks brought this country together. It happened in 2007 and in 1995. Again, that theme continues in 2023. And we speak about the great Springboks that have come out of this club, successful players who won World Cups and so on. So, as you've heard, they're a winning club, but more than anything, everyone's crossing fingers the Springboks can do it. And again, the faces you see are the different faces, the age groups speak to who's behind rugby in this country, and they're really rooting for the Springboks. But more than anything, rugby has become now the soul of South Africa.
And it would just be very beautiful to see the Springboks just bring that trophy back. We do remember what it did for us back in 2019. That was eNCA Sports Editor Vata Ngobeni joining us live from the Pirates Sports Club in Randburg.